empowering the world around us, uplifting the hearts of our community, engaging in everyday solutions, and connecting by turning strangers into friends. Welcome to the PNN PowerUp Lunch Meeting at 12 on Tuesdays. Thank you for joining us, because we believe when you win, we win. Okay, welcome everyone to the Phoenix National Network PowerUp Lunch held on Tuesdays at 12 p.m. Everyone is welcome, and we would love to have you here any Tuesday of the year. So today we have a great lineup. Today we have a great lineup ahead of us. First, we're going to introduce everyone that's in the room so that you could personally connect with each person, each professional that's a part of the Phoenix National Network. Then we're going to have our Valentine's Day moment with our love coach, Whitney Cobran, and she's going to give us a few tips there. Following that is going to be our featured speaker for today, Frank Coppola, who is our business coach. And then following that will be our motivational moment, and that would be it for us today. So very exciting, changing things up a little bit, but guess what? Change is good. So here we go. Let's go around. Let's go around the room. First, let's connect with Adria Gross. Adria, go ahead, introduce yourself, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Adria Gross. I'm the owner of MedWise Insurance Advocacy, and I help people throughout the United States who have problems with medical bills. If they're denied, overcharged out of the network, they can't get pre-authorization. And I must say, Medicare Advantage plans, I would never recommend them. There's a lot of problems with that, as well as long-term care policies that insurance companies no longer want to pay. I've been in the health insurance industry now for almost 34 years. And if you ever are in a situation where you need help, please call me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Adria. And what's the number that they could reach you?
This number to reach me at is 845-978-9493. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Adria. Next, we'll have Kim DeGiacomo, Money Multiplier. Go ahead, Kim. You got to unmute. Okay. Well, we're going to skip Kim for now.
Wait, sorry, I'm here. Sorry. I got it. Call came in. Sorry. Okay. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Kim DeGiacomo. My company is KMD Associates. What if I can show you how to accelerate your wealth? Are you tired of riding that stock market roller coaster? Do you know the difference between collateralized contractual wealth and speculative wealth? Or have you lost more than 20% in your 401k this past year? And I'm sure everybody on this call can say they have. What if I show you how to get that 20% back and more? And we can show you alternate ways to get off that roller coaster and reduce your risk to save for your retirement. So we have multiple strategies that we can show you to make your money work more efficiently, because you deserve to live the life you deserve. Let's set up a date so we can see how we can help you. Make your money work harder so you don't have to. Have a good day, everybody.
All right, cool. How can they reach you?
You can reach me at 973-919-9949. My email is kim@moneymultiplierpro.com. And you can check me out on my website at moneymultiplierpro.com. Check out all the stuff that we have.
Nice. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kim.
Thank
Great
you.
stuff. Good stuff. Next, we're going to have Oscar Capel. Go for it, Oscar.
Good morning, afternoon, everybody. Real quick, everybody know their Miranda rights? You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to what? An attorney. What happens if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, your identity's been stolen, you're being charged with a federal crime? What do you do? Can you call your lawyer at 2 o'clock in the morning? With Legal Shield, you can. 24 hours a day for the entire family. You can reach me at 646-578-7097. So this doesn't have to happen to you.
Thank you, Oscar. That's awesome. And I hate getting pulled over. So, that's definitely something I need in my lineup. Next, we have Richard Cuzio. Rich, talk to us, Rich.
Yo, talk to you, talk to me. Let's talk about mortgages, or you can ask about mortgages, and that's why I'm here. Richard Cuzio with Hudson United Mortgage. I'm a senior loan officer, licensed in the tri-state area in Florida. And what I do is I help the already homeowner, potential investor, or the first-time home buyer become educated and guide them through the process so they can acquire the American dream in order to support themselves, their families, and their loved ones. Remember, here at Hudson United Mortgage, when they're saying no, we're saying yes.
Nice. What's the best way for them to reach you, Rick?
Just call on Tyrone at 321-634-2552.
Is that your stripper number? I'm going to edit that out.
Only on the weekends.
For OnlyFans, my number is
onlymortgages.com.
Next, we have who's going to be our feature speaker, as well as we have two featured actually today. So I'm going to go with Whitney first, and she's going to introduce herself again. Go ahead, Whitney.
So remember that class that we all took in school that taught us how to date and have great relationships and communicate well with each other so we don't fight, and how to have self-love? And yeah, we don't, because this did not exist. And so that is what I do. I help people in their love life and emotional life. And I can help men, women, couples, but I am starting a new program next month for single women who are dating. It's going to be 8 weeks of a safe container with other women, creating positive intentions and really magnetizing in the right partner for you. So if you know any single women that are either dating or afraid to date, send them my way.
You got a class for married women that are dating?
I do one-on-one coaching, yes. Sure. Married and dating sounds like a reality show.
It does sound like a reality show. How can they reach you, Whitney?
WhitneyLoveCoach.com.
All right. Awesome. Frank, go ahead. Short intro.
First of all, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Love is the destination. Love is the place for it to be in. I believe I work with entrepreneurs, business owners, professionals, out-of-the-box thinkers, creatives. I help them utilize their strengths to build successful businesses faster. I do that for people who have attention deficit disorder. I do that for pretty much everybody. I believe that we need to focus in on the things that we love to do, as opposed to spending our time trying we think need to be fixed. My name is Frank Coppola. I can be reached at 646-295-5625. Ta-da.
Awesome. Thank you, Frank. Greatly appreciate it. You are on the Phoenix National Network. You'll be able to find us on audio now, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and much more. So you can also download some of our information as well. Please feel free to download the app, Phoenix National Network. We are at 1,800 downloads, and we're looking to climb higher. So tell your friends, tell your loved ones, download the app. Okay. Okay, now we're going to step into our love boat. And since today is Valentine's Day, we're going to be talking with Whitney Cobridge. She's going to give us a few tips here. Go ahead, Whitney.
Yes. So Valentine's Day is a holiday full of expectations, miscommunications, and letdowns. In fact, February 15th has a huge spike in breakups, and a lot of people break up before Valentine's Day so that they don't have to deal with all of the pressure and expectations. So if you have someone that you love, talk to them about what they expect and make sure that you're on the same page here. For over a decade, I have not believed in giving Valentine's Day presents for exactly this reason, that it's just overpriced roses and sugary chocolates that I don't need and cheap crap that will one day fill a landfill. So I think it needs to be Valentine's Day every day. If you have someone, be grateful, celebrate them every day. There's nothing better as a woman than receiving flowers for no reason. It's so much better than receiving flowers on Valentine's Day, because any guy can be like, oh yeah, I have to get flowers. I was at the grocery store last night, saw all these guys there getting a flower, a card, whatever. It's like this obligation. And when you really live in the present and consciously, we don't need these automatic knee-jerk reaction things to fulfill us. So if you are with your partner, make sure that you know what their expectations are so that you can meet them. If you're with someone, love them and appreciate them every day as much as you can. Bring them gifts that are unexpected and out of the blue. I swear and promise that it will be appreciated so much. And if you're single, don't let the hype get you down. Take yourself out on a date. Love yourself. Let your day be filled with joy and love that comes from within. And if you are single and looking for love, call me. But still, don't get depressed and down today. It's just another day. Valentine's Day was originally a weird holiday called Lupercalia, where they would sacrifice animals and swash blood on each other, and it was very weird. And then they mixed that with some martyrs named Saint Valentine who were killed in the Roman days for their religious. And then Hallmark took it and made it into a holiday so they could sell us lots of stuff. So yay, capitalism. So yeah, don't fall into the hype of Valentine's Day. Love everybody every day. That's my Valentine's Day speech.
Wow. Okay. So, Oscar, what do you think about that?
Richard Cusio beat me to it. I was waiting for her to stop to say that just sounds like a typical day around here.
I'm nominating Whitney for president. That's it. That's the best speech ever.
What was funny was when she said that it started out as like people just kind of splashing blood on each other. That right there is so right today. That would be so like unhealthy. Everybody would be like, I don't know what's in your blood. Don't splash that on me.
I did a lot of research on Valentine's Day, and it's so weird.
It's a weird holiday. But Ricky, we won't tell everybody what you do in private, so it's okay.
Hey, I have video. I can sell it. I don't have to tell anybody.
We won't hold him hostage. Anyway, now we have our featured presentation for today. Our partner in the Phoenix National Network Group, Frank Coppola. Go ahead.
Speaking of St. Valentine's Day Massacre, Frankie.
So today is interesting because Philip called me up and said, could you jump here and talk a little bit? And so given the fact that I am an attention deficit disorder coach, realized at somewhere around 2000 that I had attention deficit disorder myself. So the consequences of that, back over the course of my business and things in general. And I found that I worked up in a restaurant, so I love to cook. And then I got involved in music. So I write music and I play different instruments myself, working with people. I got involved in commercials. I did all these various things. But along the way, what I realized is that I was consistently to the things that I love to do. And what I recognized is that, found out is that that's what is known as a strength. So it'll guide you in a direction that you want to be moving to, and you may not even know it. Now, everybody here is in their own business or whatever that may be for you. So what I'd like you to do is to just take a moment and what is the one thing that you really love to do, and just write it down and keep that in mind. If you can't really figure out what that is, go back to a time when you were young and just figure out, okay, what did I like to do? And I didn't even think about it. It just came very natural. So I believe that once you align yourself and your business around your strengths and the things you love to do, and then you tap into what I call your inner brilliance, you start to experience increase dramatically in the flow of money and success, as well as you fall into what is known as this natural, which will help you gain clarity, which is freedom, help you stay focused, which is speed, and help you to be profitable, which is success. Now, whatever profitable means for you, success is, it doesn't necessarily have to do with money. It could be anything. So I believe that there are 7 steps around, once you have found this strength, 7 ways that you can begin to stay very focused on that. Now, in dealing with pretty much everybody I deal with, they have issues around focus. So I created something called the Focus Game, as well as Fearless Entrepreneur, which is a formula. But let me give you the 7 focus, how to stay focused quantumly, for lack of a better term. One is you need to maximize your strengths. You want to produce greater income by eliminating your weaknesses, as eliminating those blocks, isolating them, and then staying very, very conscious of what your strengths. You see, you want to focus, if you're on your weaknesses at the expense of your strengths, this will cause a lot of difficulty in what you're doing in life. As humans, bias towards what is negative, wrong, deficit within us. I don't care who you are, you're going to fall into negative things. And I find that, Whitney was just talking about love, which is, for me, it's all about love. But one of the things that I noticed, and the people that I know, those people, when Valentine comes along, they could fall directly into the negative conversation because they did. But again, we want to shift away from the negative and to really concentrate on those areas that bring us a lot of pleasure. So the second step of this quantum focus is what is known as neuroscience, practical neuroscience, meaning you want to really concentrate on your emotional the way you operate emotionally, not that you operate intellectually, because intellectually is just that, it's all intellect. Emotionally is coming from the heart, so we're back to the love thing. So want to begin to go beyond what we call creativity. You also want to be concentrating on these individual laws of money manifestation. Now, I'm just thinking that here I am talking and blah, 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 blah. For you to go back now and just look at one of the strengths that you have. Would anybody just like to tell me one of their strengths? Just have a conversation. Yeah, Whitney.
Being social, like hosting events, virtual or in person.
So in what you're doing now, would you say that you're aligned with that way of operating a business, that you are social and you enjoy that part of your life?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've realized that I need to harness that strength. So
Yeah. And since you've gotten really clear on that, has your business increased? Yes, no, yes, I see you focus. My screen is, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've gotten clients just from having brunches with ladies, and they end up talking about their love life, and I get clients, and it's
Right.
easy and fun.
See, I believe that has to do with the mere fact that you are unconscious. You don't even think about it. It's not like I'm going to sit here and go like, okay, now I'm going to really think. And out of that, people will start coming to you naturally. This is what I mean by aligning your brilliance, which means who you are as a person. Anybody else? Thanks, Whitney. Anybody else have a strength they'd like to talk to me about?
I have cat-like reflexes there, Frank.
Yes. Okay, so given that, do you find late at night you go out and start hunting?
For mice,
You,
yes, around the house.
Oh, really? Ah, I thought you would be something a little bit larger than a mouse.
Actually, and for anybody that knows me, you
Go
guys
ahead.
know that I'm open and I'm outgoing, and I pretty much do not have any problems or issues striking up a conversation with anybody, whether I know them, whether I don't know them, whether we're out in public, whether we're in private, and I'm always myself. So for the most part,
Right.
there's very few times where you're going to find me out of character, and because I am a character.
Right.
But for the most part,
How do you think that's helped you in the business?
I mean, I think it's helped me quite a bit. People get to see the real side of me. When they deal with me, you're not getting, you're not getting a robot or somebody who's not real or somebody who's fake. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it personal.
Right.
And I'm going to deliver that experience, not on just a refinance loan or a purchase loan, but everywhere I go. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be upfront, and I'm going to explain things in a way that you understand it. People understand it, because a lot of the clients, they're not educated in the home buying process. These first time home buyers, they have no idea, sometimes what an appraisal is or what the process is. And, no, I don't know. You don't want, I don't like being dry. I love what I do and I like to have fun. And I think that people see that and they respond positively to somebody that works in that kind of aspect.
Right. And the word that comes up immediately out of that is trust. You're just being you, and you show up and people look at you and they go, oh, I trust this guy. That's because it actually is an extension of what you're doing naturally. I mean, you don't think about, okay, I'm going to go have lunch with a bunch of people and now I'm going to be funny. No, you are. It's just part of what you do. And that's why I see you being very successful and attracting a lot of people to you, because you're being, it's not a great word, but I use it all the time, authentic. You're
Right.
being yourself.
I was going with genuine.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, very good. Anybody else?
Autobiographical.
That's right. Remember him? He was short, but a nice guy.
Oh, I love them. And he's a good cook too.
Absolutely. So I'm going to just say there was a researcher. His name is Roy Baumeister. He's a psychologist, and think about this. To the things that you're good at and the things that make you feel. I go back to love, and I'm constantly seeing it around me, and I at a bar rag, if I see that connection between people.
Thank you, Frank, for sharing. Really appreciate it. And thanks everyone for participating in that. Now we've reached the aspect of our motivational moment. So here we go. I think you guys are gonna like this video.
I was never the most talented, never the flashiest. I relied on grit. Other players might have been more talented, but I can assure you, no one was going to outwork me. The secret is in the dirt. I learned early on in my life, through many challenges, that I could change my circumstances with hard work.
You can't outreal me. You can't outwant me. You can't outwork me.
No one will outwork me. No one.
I will not be outworked.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
You know, you might have more talent than me. You might be smarter than me. You might be sexier than me. You might be all of those things. You got it on me in 9 categories.
The sheer concentration that is required to pursue a dream, you see, it's not for everyone, but it was for me. I yearned for the daily grind, and I couldn't get enough of it.
99% of people are not willing to do what it takes to make their dreams come true. The Marines have a saying, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. And that's just real. At the center of bringing any dream into fruition is self-discipline. Self-discipline is the center of all material success. You cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind.
Work. That's how you get it. The work pays. Hard work pays, and I put in the work, and that's why I'm sitting at the top. I put it all on the line. I show up. I perform, and I get the results from that.
That ability to get myself up in the morning, no matter how tired I was, to push myself through those pain barriers.
The bridge between reality and a dream is work. I focus on the work. I show up and I work and I work and I work and I work.
Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. You can't just say you want it. You can't watch the video and say, I want it as bad as I want to breathe. It's cute to say it. But when it's showtime, when the sun comes up,
all you can do is all you can do. There ain't nothing more than all you can do. That is the absolute maximum. You can't do no more than all you can do. You understand that? All you can do is all you can do. All you can do is everything. That's the absolute ultimate, right?
Is all you can do is all you can do. But all you can do is enough.
The only thing that you can control that influences success in life is how hard you work, how honest you are, and how well you deal with others. You can control those variables. You can't control how lucky you are, although the more you work, the luckier you get. You have no influence on the intellectual capabilities that God did or did not give you, but you can work as hard as possible. You can be scrupulously honest so that people respect you, and you can get along with others because nobody does anything by themselves.
Did you have to pay a price, though? You personally?
Well, I think that everything is an either or. There is a price in everything. You can study or you can go out and play. You can defer to others or you can try to hog the credit. You can be honest and suffer the consequences, or you can lie, cheat, and steal, and short term, maybe even advance. But long term, you are better off if you work harder, you are better off if you're honest, and you are better off if you give others credit and get them to help you by helping them.
So I when I saw this video beforehand, and I was like, I needed that video. I needed that video. There's so many parts of that spoke to me, but I want to hear like which part of that spoke to you guys? Like what part of it would you say you kind of got to pull away from it? Ricky, go ahead.
Oh, this did.
All right, so I think the thing that resonates and sticks out more is that Marine quote: "Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die."
Right.
I mean, that actually gave me chills. So, I mean, I know I don't want to die, not yet. So,
I think,
but
go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, I mean, that's, as Will Smith would say, that's next level right there.
That's the truth. Go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah, and right at the end, there's with everything you need to do to get to where you're doing, one important thing is help others. And I heard that at the end, which
Right.
is you get what you want when you help other people get what they want. So I think helping other people get what they want takes the pressure off of you doing what you think you have to do that you can't do, because now you're thinking about someone else.
Right on. That's a good point. Kim?
I think, the most thing that I get out of this was that, if you work hard, good things come. If you're honest with people, they're gonna be people you can rely on. If you, um, you know, if you're good to people, they're going to be good back to you. I mean, I'm in an industry where it's the biggest backstabbing industry in the world, and people, as soon as look at you, stab you in the back. But I built my career being honest and being upfront with people. And you guys know me well enough now that I tell it like it is. It is what it is, right? So, I'm upfront, I'm honest, and I'm the same way with my clients, right? And and I think people appreciate that more when you're not, blowing smoke up their ass, as you say, and being 100% transparent and I've worked hard my whole life. That's what I was taught. My father taught you work hard and you're going to go places in life. And I keep that mentality because, whenever I put myself into something, working hard is always comes out better in the end than trying to, if you're lazy and don't put the effort in. It's with any job, any career. If you don't put the effort in, you're never going to be successful. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. One of the biggest parts I got from it was, the difference between where you are and where you're dreaming to be is work. There's just no shortcut. There's, like you said, you could cheat your way in, but that's short term. Because once everybody realizes that they can't trust you, your business is over. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody's going to do business with you after that. Right. So it's like, just be honest, be straightforward, and do it the right way. Whitney, what did you get?
I was thinking about what Frank was talking about and how some work is really hard and it's like a struggle and a suffering all along the way. And then the other work that Frank was talking about, when it's aligned with our brilliance, you still have to do it and you have to show up and you have to get it done, but it's not as grueling. So that was kind of what I was taking away, is finding that balance of doing the work, showing up, but also doing it in a way that aligns with your soul and purpose and strength.
Love that. Interconnection. That's an interconnection with what Frank was saying. Absolutely. Adria?
I know I've said this before, but everything that I have done in my life has been, I don't look at myself. I always look at how I can help the next person. And I have to say that even when I started my business that I currently have, I've been in the health insurance business for 34 years. People came to me because they also wanted to help others. And that's really, every time I think about like what we're just watching, it's really not yourself, but what you can do to help others, period. And I mean, knowing Kim, I've seen it in her. and I'd say out of all of you, I know Kim the best, but you know, that's really the core of my life and my business.
Wow. So cool. Frankie, you get a final say, Frank.
What I, you know, working hard, you know, really putting your head down and working hard. So I'm able to work smart. And because they talk about that a lot. I know for myself, I've worked very hard, but in the right places. In the past, I would go, you know what? I was really not smart. So now I have a tendency to, before I just jump into it, and I may have to do it with my people around my ADD, but before I just jump into it, I take a step back and say, you know what? Is this the place for me to be? And then I'll jump in with all, you know, with all the vigor of everything I can possibly have. So it's a combination for me.
I agree with you. I agree, because you could be working hard in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
You want to go east, and something told you to do this, and you're working hard, but you're going west, you know, in the total direction.
Werner Erhard used to say, ride the horse in the direction it's going.
Say that again.
Ride the horse in the direction that it's going.
I don't think there's any other way to ride the horse.
Some people would say differently.
Oh, that is
You
awesome.
can lead a horse to water, but a pencil must be lead.
What's that?
You can lead a horse to water, but a pencil must be lead.
That's true.
And on that note, I just want to thank everybody for coming today. We really appreciate all of you. Thank you, Frank, for such a wonderful presentation. You know, we know you had some difficulties at the end, but you worked it all the way through. And I really appreciate you taking it on such a short notice. Now, next week, we're going to have Karen Mayo is going to be on next week. The following week is going to be Amberly Shrive. And then the week after that, we're going to have Chris Januski. I have to get a lineup with everyone here, so don't. I'm going to be calling you throughout the day just to get a date so that we can do a presentation together, okay? So thank you guys again for joining us. Download the app. Don't forget to download the app. You see everyone here will be on there, and you'll be able to reach them just by a click of a button. All right, take care, everyone, and see you again soon. Bye-bye. Nope, don't leave the line yet. Don't leave the line.
Crush.
Empowering the world around us. Uplifting the hearts of our community. Engaging in everyday solutions. And connecting by turning strangers into friends. Welcome to the PNN Power Up Lunch Meeting at 12 on Tuesdays. Thank you for joining us, because we believe when you win, we win.